Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my Oscar preview. In this segment, I'm going to be talking about Best Supporting Actress and Best Supporting Actor. I'll give you the nominees and also my thoughts on who will win, who should win, and who should have been nominated. Let's start with Best Supporting Actress. Your nominees are Naomie Harris for Moonlight, Michelle Williams for Manchester by the Sea, Octavia Spencer for Hidden Figures, Viola Davis for Fences, and Nicole Kidman for Lion. Let's start with Nicole Kidman, shall we? Fantastic performance in Lion. She came into the movie probably about 2/3 of the way in, but a very, very strong performance, and she played very well opposite Dev Patel's character. Her nomination doesn't come as any sort of a shock to me. Neither does Octavia Spencer's nomination in Hidden Figures. An all-around great ensemble, as they were awarded the Best Ensemble at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. But on top of that, not only did I learn about their story through going to this movie, but you were also reminded that this former Academy Award winner wasn't just a flash in the pan, and that she's still very good. You know who else is still very good? How about Michelle Williams? Of course, the last time, I believe one of the last times we talked about her at the Oscars was her performance in Brokeback Mountain. Now she's back again opposite Casey Affleck in a movie that a lot of people are saying is very depressing, but it's also very good. And her performance was fantastic. And if we're jumping to fantastic, can we talk about Naomie Harris and her amazing performance as the drug-addicted mother in Moonlight? I have so much respect for Barry Jenkins in getting the best performance we have ever seen out of Naomie Harris. Up until now, she'd had decent roles, but I had no idea her acting was that good. And with all due respect to the four women that I've mentioned, Oscar night will belong to Viola Davis, as she will and should win this award. I can't even come up with a should be nominated because I don't think there were any snubs in this category. And with all due respect to any actresses who feel they were snubbed, it wouldn't make a difference. This is Viola Davis's award to lose. Not only was her performance in Fences beyond amazing, she owned every scene that she was in, and she did something I didn't think was possible. She was able to steal scenes from Denzel. And if that wasn't enough of a reason for her to win, she is probably one of the most respected actresses in Hollywood. So, Oscar night, get ready to hear Viola Davis's name called. Now let's jump over to Best Supporting Actor, shall we? The nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Michael Shannon for Nocturnal Animals, Mahershala Ali for Moonlight, Jeff Bridges for Hell or High Water, Dev Patel for Lion, and Lucas Hedges for Manchester by the Sea. I had the pleasure of seeing Manchester by the Sea, like many of these movies, at the Toronto Film Festival, and I knew I was seeing something special. Lucas Hedges, an unknown, came into this movie and did such a good job. Playing, the boy who's grieving the loss of his father and having to adapt, did such a great job. And you wouldn't think that this was his first role. He won the Critics' Choice Award for, I think, Best Newcomer, and it wasn't a fluke. This is somebody to keep your eye on. Now, we've been keeping our eye on Dev Patel for a while, since he burst onto the scenes in Slumdog Millionaire, which of course won Best Picture and a host of other Oscars. He also went on to star in movies like Chappie and The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. And one of the things that I really like about Dev Patel is that he can do comedy, he can do drama. And in this movie, he did drama very well. Lion was such a strong film, and I was so happy that I had the chance to see it. And Dev Patel did not disappoint. Now, Jeff Bridges' nomination comes as a bit of a surprise to me, in that there was nothing about his performance that I specifically thought was, above and beyond. I think he's kind of benefiting from the fact that he's Jeff Bridges and he just has to show up, and kind of like Meryl Streep, he'll get nominated for things. I thought Hell or High Water was a decent movie, but again, nothing about his performance that really stood out to me. I can't say that about Michael Shannon because he owned all of his scenes in Nocturnal Animals. He brought a little bit of comedy to an otherwise very, very serious film. And his nomination doesn't come as a shock. Now, in terms of who should have been nominated in this category, well, Aaron Taylor Johnson won the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor for Nocturnal Animals as well, but is nowhere to be found. And if we're talking Nocturnal Animals, how can we talk about that film and not talk about Jake Gyllenhaal, who did such a fantastic performance? With all due respect to these actors, though, the winner will and should be Mahershala Ali for his performance in Moonlight. Haven't made any secrets that Moonlight was my favorite film of the year, and Mahershala Ali's performance as the drug dealer won, even though he was only in the movie for the first part. His character leaves a lasting impression throughout the film. It's like he is basically the heart and the consciousness of this incredible film. Mahershala Ali might not have been a household name. He might have been that person where you looked at and you said, yeah, I've seen him in this or I've seen him in that. Well, after February 26th, he'll be the guy that you'll say, yeah, he's the Academy Award winner for Best Supporting Actor. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WheatyWhittier, and WheatyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the Oscars.